What if you could transform your life in just 1 week with a handful of simple habits? Imagine waking up each day with newfound energy, clarity, and purpose, all because you embraced a few intentional changes. The Stoics believed small, deliberate actions could reshape your destiny, and they were right. Have you ever felt stuck, like life is slipping through your fingers in a blur of chaos and distraction? The Stoic philosophers taught that true change begins with mastering your daily habits. In just 7 days, I discovered 5 practices that shifted my entire perspective, and I'm here to share their power with you. What if the key to a happier, more fulfilled you is already within your reach, waiting to be unlocked? These 5 Stoic-inspired habits aren't just tips. They're a blueprint for reclaiming control over your time, your mind, and your life. Join me on this journey to discover how 1 week can change everything. These 3 questions connect to form a powerful invitation to take control, break free from stagnation, and unlock your potential through small, intentional steps. Let's dive into the 5 habits that transformed my life in just 1 week. Rooted in Stoic wisdom and ready to spark your own revolution. 5 Stoic habits to transform your life in 1 week. The Stoics thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca knew that life's greatest transformations don't come from grand gestures, but from consistent, mindful habits. In a world that pulls us in 1,000 directions, their philosophy offers a roadmap to clarity, resilience, and purpose. I put their teachings to the test, adopting 5 habits that reshaped my life in just 7 days. These aren't lofty theories, they're practical, actionable steps that brought me energy, focus, and a renewed sense of self. Whether you're seeking to boost your productivity, improve your mental health, or simply live with more intention, these habits can guide you toward a life of Stoic strength. Let's explore them one by one, with personal stories and insights to show you how they worked for me and how they can work for you. Habit 1. Waking up early. Seize the day with purpose. Picture the world before dawn. The air is still, the sky a soft canvas of twilight, and the quiet hum of possibility surrounds you. For the Stoics, the morning was sacred, a time to set intentions and align with what truly matters. Waking up early became my first habit, and it was nothing short of a revelation. I wasn't always a morning person. My bed was my sanctuary, and the snooze button was my best friend. Mornings were a frantic race, grabbing coffee, rushing out the door, and starting the day already behind. But inspired by Stoic discipline, I decided to give early rising a try. I set my alarm for 5 a.m., and I won't lie, the first few days were brutal. My body groaned, my eyes begged to close, and I questioned my sanity. Yet by day 3, something shifted. The early hours became my secret weapon. Those quiet mornings offered a gift: time. Time to stretch gently, feeling my body wake up with each movement. Time to sip coffee slowly, savoring its warmth as I watched the world stir. Time to meditate, setting clear intentions for the day. One morning, I stepped onto my balcony and watched the sunrise paint the sky in hues of pink and gold. It was a simple moment, yet it filled me with gratitude and peace, a Stoic reminder to embrace the present. Waking up early didn't just give me more hours. It gave me control. I was no longer reacting to the day but shaping it. My mornings became a ritual of mindfulness, setting a positive tone that carried through my work, relationships, and decisions. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, and starting your day early is a powerful way to do just that. How would your life change if you began each day with intention? Try waking up just 15 minutes earlier tomorrow. Ease into it, and you might find, as I did, that the early hours hold the key to a more purposeful life. If this resonates with you, hit that like button and subscribe to the Daily Stoic Life for more wisdom to transform your day. Habit 2. Daily exercise. Strengthen body and mind. Imagine your body as a temple. not just a vessel but a foundation for your mind and spirit. The Stoics believed physical discipline was inseparable from mental resilience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Daily exercise became my second habit, and it transformed not just my body, but my entire outlook. I wasn't always active. Excuses were my specialty. "I'm too tired. I'll start tomorrow," or "I don't have time." Sound familiar? But I committed to moving my body for 20 minutes each day for a week, and the results were staggering. I mixed it up: yoga one day, a jog the next, a few strength exercises after that, to keep it fresh and avoid boredom. The first few days were tough. My muscles ached and my motivation wavered. But by day 4, I felt a surge of energy and clarity I hadn't known in years. One crisp morning, I laced up my sneakers for a jog. The air was cool, the streets quiet, and as my feet hit the pavement, I felt a sense of freedom. My thoughts, usually a tangled mess, began to unravel. Exercise became my sanctuary, a time to disconnect from the world and reconnect with myself. I wasn't just burning calories. I was releasing stress, boosting endorphins, and building resilience. Yoga was another revelation. I was skeptical at first, assuming it wasn't a real workout. But as I moved through poses, focusing on my breath and the stretch of my muscles, I discovered a mindfulness that grounded me. It was Stoicism in motion. Control your body, quiet your mind, and find peace in the present. Daily exercise taught me that caring for my body is caring for my soul. It improved my mood, sharpened my focus, and gave me a sense of accomplishment. The Stoics would nod in approval, knowing that physical discipline is a path to mental clarity. What movement could you add to your day to feel stronger, inside and out? Start small: 10 minutes of stretching, a brisk walk, or a dance session. In your living room. Find what you love and let it become your daily act of self-respect. Habit 3. Journaling. Reflect to grow. What if you could have a conversation with your deepest self, uncovering truths hidden beneath the surface? The Stoics, especially Seneca, valued reflection as a tool for self-mastery. Journaling became my third habit, and it was like opening a door to my own mind. I used to think journaling was for poets or people with too much time. But I gave it a shot, setting aside 10 minutes each night with a simple notebook and pen. At first, I stared at the blank page, unsure where to begin. I started with the basics. What happened that day? What made me smile? What frustrated me? Soon I was diving deeper, writing about my dreams, fears, and insecurities. It was like untangling a knot in my mind. One night after a stressful day at work, I poured my thoughts onto the page. I wrote about the chaos, the pressure, and how it made me feel powerless. As I wrote, I began to see solutions: small steps I could take to manage stress better. Journaling became my therapy, a safe space to be honest without judgment. It helped me spot patterns in my behavior, like how I worried about things beyond my control, a habit the Stoics would urge me to release. I also started a gratitude section, noting 3 things each day that brought me joy. One entry stood out: a stranger's kindness at the grocery store, helping me with my bags when I was struggling. Writing about it deepened my appreciation and inspired me to pay it forward. Over the week, journaling shifted my perspective from scarcity to abundance, a core Stoic principle. What truths might you uncover if you gave your thoughts a voice? Try journaling for 5 minutes tonight. Write whatever comes to mind, no need for perfection. Let the page become your mirror, reflecting the wisdom within. Inspired by these insights? Smash that like button and join the Daily Stoic Life community by subscribing for more Stoic wisdom. Habit 4. Mindful eating. Nourish body and soul. Imagine sitting down to a meal, not as a rushed task but as a moment of connection with your body and the world. The Stoics valued moderation and mindfulness, and mindful eating became my fourth habit, transforming my relationship with food. I used to eat on autopilot, scrolling through my phone, working at my desk, barely tasting my meals. But for 1 week, I committed to eating mindfully. No distractions, just me and my food. I set the table, turned off my devices, and took a few deep breaths before each meal. The change was immediate and profound. One morning, I ate a simple bowl of oatmeal, usually something I'd wolf down without thought. This time, I savored each bite, the creamy texture, the subtle sweetness of honey, the warmth in my hands. It was like tasting food for the first time. By eating slowly, I noticed when I was full, avoiding the discomfort of overeating. I also became aware of how foods affected me. Heavy, processed meals left me sluggish, while fresh fruits and vegetables sparked energy. Mindful eating revealed my emotional triggers too. One evening, I craved something sweet after a long day. Instead of grabbing dessert, I paused. Was I hungry, or was I seeking comfort? I opted for a cup of herbal tea, a small victory that felt empowering. This practice aligned with Stoic principles of self-control and awareness, helping me make choices that honored my body. How often do you truly taste your food? Try one mindful meal today. Sit down, eliminate distractions, and savor each bite. You might find, as I did, that food becomes more than nourishment, it becomes a moment of gratitude. Habit 5. Limiting screen time. Reclaim your presence in a world buzzing with notifications. Screens can steal more than your time, they can steal your presence. The Stoics taught us to focus on what's essential, and limiting screen time became my fifth habit, a powerful act of reclaiming my life. I was glued to my phone, scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, checking emails late into the night. It left me anxious, distracted, and disconnected. So I set a limit: 1 hour of non-work-related screen time per day. The first day was tough. My hand reached for my phone out of habit. But as the week unfolded, I rediscovered a world beyond the screen. One evening, instead of watching TV, I took a walk in the park. The rustle of leaves, the cool evening breeze, the chatter of birds, it was like waking up from a digital haze. I felt alive, present, and connected to the world. I also picked up old hobbies, reading a novel, sketching, cooking new recipes. These moments filled me with joy and creativity I'd forgotten I had. Limiting screen time improved my sleep too. I swapped late-night scrolling for a bedtime routine of reading or meditating. My mind settled and I woke up refreshed. The Stoics would approve, knowing that presence is the foundation of a meaningful life. What could you discover if you stepped away from the screen? Start with a small limit: 30 minutes less screen time today. Use that time to reconnect with yourself, your passions, or the people around you. The real world is waiting. If these habits inspire you, give this video a like and subscribe to the Daily Stoic Life for more life-changing insights. The Stoic Promise: small habits, big transformations. These 5 habits: waking up early, daily exercise, journaling, mindful eating, and limiting screen time, are more than routines. They're a Stoic blueprint for a life of purpose and peace. In 1 week, they transformed my energy, focus, and connection to myself. The Stoics knew that true change comes from within, through deliberate, consistent actions. By embracing these habits, you're not just improving your days, you're building a foundation for a resilient, meaningful life. Each habit reflects a Stoic principle: control what you can, release what you can't, and live with intention. Whether it's the quiet power of a morning ritual, the strength of a disciplined body, or the clarity of a reflective mind, these practices invite you to become the architect of your own destiny. Call to action: join the Daily Stoic Life, the journey to a Stoic life begins with a single step, and these 5 habits are yours to take. Try them for 1 week, starting small, and watch how they ripple through your life. To dive deeper into Stoic wisdom and continue this transformation, subscribe to the Daily Stoic Life on YouTube. Join our community of growth seekers, and let's build a life of strength and purpose together. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and share this with someone who needs a spark of change. Let's make every day a masterpiece. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If these habits inspired you, like this video and subscribe to the Daily Stoic Life for more Stoic wisdom to elevate your life.